Hello everyone, this is Nitesh More from Spider Academy and the host of today's webinar. So today's webinar is about the bars, the candle bar, and the topic for today is bars to bar you from losses. To save you from losses, we are going to use bars, and how are we going to use it, and how are you going to make use those bars for yourself? That is what we are going to learn it today. So what is bar basically? A price bar is the building block of technical analysis. It defines the trading action in stock security for a given period. Analysis of price bars helps you to identify a trend or a range in which an underlying stock trades. Price bars help to make investment decisions. Buying can start in the security if it has a series of higher highs and higher closes. So higher highs and higher lows indicate demand for the security. Buyers outnumber sellers, and lower lows and lower closes means sellers are overwhelming the buyers. Such theories help traders in predicting the future movement of the stock. And in this webinar, we are going to learn such theories and how to implement them in live market. So the speaker for today's webinar is Mr. Vinod, the founder of Lord Datta Institute. He is a trainer and a mentor too. Mr. Vinod is the founder of Datta Sai Shri Consultancy, a training institute in capital markets. He is a master trainer in the areas of technical analysis and fundamental analysis, trade and trading psychology as well. He's been in the having been a trader since the age of 30 years. Vinod has been through all thick and thins of the stock market until he finally achieved success as a trader. Since then, he has taken up the cause of helping others to become professional traders. He has trained and mentored people from various backgrounds and helped them become a professional trader. One of the most charismatic speakers you will ever see, Mr. Vinod trains from his heart and believes that honesty and support brings out the best in people. His integrity, compassion, and natural leadership skills have helped him propel into a successful role as a trainer, coach, mentor, and a role model. Most of his students have already cleared CMT3 levels and they have been working in the reputed financial companies. So, without any further delay, let's welcome Mr. Vinod and start his session, Bars to Bar You from Losses. So, Mr. Vinod, now please you can proceed with your session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Nitish.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful morning. Good morning, everybody. I hope most of you are traders and you have already seen the stock market trading and all. However, even new people are there. It is a very good session for you to understand and apply these bar patterns. Bar patterns are very simplistic to use and easy to identify also. With the spider software you're having, you can make use of it in a better form. Okay, now generally bars are the representation of the price action of a particular security of a particular period. Good. Now people keep talking about candlesticks. Yes, candlesticks are the next part of bars. Initially bars were widely used worldwide. Later candlesticks have come, but still there are certain good applications of bars which are very successful. So we are going to learn a couple of good patterns which can be easy to identify and easy to find an entry point, and also the targets and stop losses. So in this particular session, I would like to first understand or make you understand how to read a particular bar. Then we'll be talking about what is an inside bar, what is an outside bar, what is a two-bar reversal. So all these things will be able to identify the beginning of a particular trend. So if you want to reinforce these bar patterns with the modern technical applications, then what we do is we reinforce with certain moving averages, so that the application of these bars at a certain situation can give you better results and better profits and better trades. That is why a simple application of bar is not successful if you apply in any sort of scenario. But if you try to reinforce with another parameter, then the speciality of these bars can be effectively identified. So we'll be discussing about all these parameters, how to use an inside bar, outside bar, two bar reversal, and also reinforcing this with a moving average. It's an inside bar near a 200 periods moving average, outside bar near a 200 periods moving average, two bar reversal near a 200 periods moving average. First, it's a session of around 2 hours. I'll be explaining the basic applications of all these bars, and then I'll be showing you some slides where you can see the examples of those bars. Next part, I'll use the Spider software to shortlist certain stocks based on certain criteria like moving averages, gainers, etc. 52-week high, 52-week low stocks, and then move forward. Then you'll see what are the applications, where are we able to identify these on the charts on Spider, and where can be the entry point, where can be the stop loss point, and where can be the target point. All these things will now take up in this particular session. Once I complete, then I'll move to the question answer session at the end. Okay, so please listen to these carefully. Any doubts, anything after the session, I'll be able to address all those issues. Is it fine with everybody? Is it comfortable? Shall I continue? You can also answer on the chat box in case you want to answer the query I raised. Is it okay? Are you able to get all the points what I told you just now? Nitish, can you just see? Is everyone able to get me? Nitish, hope everything is fine.
Hey, let me just see. Yeah, perfectly. Everyone is able to see it.
Yes, okay. Okay. So what in a particular period? Let us take a daily activity of a particular security. So the open indicates the first transaction that has taken place when the day starts, when I'm considering a daily chart or a daily time frame, right? So that is the opening price. So opening price is the price at which the transaction starts at 9:15 a.m., right? That is the opening price if I consider a daily chart. The high price indicates the highest price where the transaction has taken place of the given security during the day, right? Low. Low is the lowest price that has been transacted on the security on a particular given day. Then close. Close is the closing price of the security at the end of the day when the transactions take place. Please remember the closing price is generally not the last transaction at 3:30. It is a weighted average of 3 to 3:30. Anyway, that is a different part, but just for your simple understanding. Now, whether you take a daily chart or a weekly chart or even the intraday chart, all the charts, depending on the time frame, the bar patterns formations take place. Just to give you an understanding, I'll just show you on the spider. Can you see these bars? You can see the red and green bars. Okay, so you could see the bar here. Okay, so this is a daily chart. Okay, so if you keep the cursor here, this particular bar denotes the yesterday's activity. So I'll tell you how to read this red color bar or green color bar. But if you could see, this is the price activity of yesterday, that is 4th December, because this is the end of the day chart. So this is yesterday's chart, right? Yesterday's bar. So this is day before yesterday bar and previous to that. So these are the bars. Now, how do you get it? Whenever you open the chart, even if it is coming on like candlestick, you just uh, press B on your what do you call this switch, this buttons on the laptop. Then automatically it will come into the bar pattern. Okay. Now you can see more and more bars on the chart. You can zoom in and zoom out to find more and more bars on this particular chart. So all these are bars. Okay. Now again, I'll go back to my presentation to give you more in-depth understanding about the bars. Now you can see there are two bars. One is on the red color and the other one is on the green color, right? As I told you, the open, high, low, close, whenever in a given particular period, say a day, the price has opened at a lower point and ended at a higher price, then we could see a green colored bar. Now, opening price is indicated by the left side, this tick here, and close is indicated by the right side tick on the right side of this particular bar. The highest point indicates the high of the bar, that is the highest price during the period where the transactions have taken place, and the low indicates the lowest price of the bar or of the period where the last transaction or lowest transaction has taken place. Okay, so this is a bar. When you see a green color, you should understand that it is on the lower side opening, higher side closing in the given period. Okay, these colors from screen to screen it may change, but if you do the settings that update or a period is given a green color, then always on the chart it will indicate the green color. Now I'll go to the spider again. Now you can see the green color bars. You can see the green color bars here. So if I show you this bar, the left side indicates the opening price, that is yesterday. This is actually yesterday, this is day before yesterday. So day before yesterday, the transactions on this particular stock TCS has started at lower price, hours, sorry, it's a hour stock. So it started at a lower price, and at the end of the day, the transactions ended at the highest price, higher price compared to the opening price. So that's why this bar indication is a green bar indication. Okay, so on that particular day, the prices have started at lower price and ended at higher price. If you see the next day, again, the left side is always the opening price. The right side is always the closing price or ending transactions price of that particular period. So this is the opening, that is, this is the starting price at which transactions have taken place on the given day, and this is the ending price at which transactions have completed in that particular given period. So here what happened is the transaction started at a higher price and ended at a lower price. Okay, and this has been the highest transaction and this is the lowest transactions. Okay, I think this is integrated with the live chart, so that's why you could see the prices are moving now here. Okay, so this is a red bar. So whenever the prices are higher starting and lower closing, then it will show you as a red color bar. Okay, there are certain places where you can see that the prices open and close are generally same. Those are actually what you call dojis. Dojis is open and close is same. I can show you a doji candle also, doji bar. 1 minute. Let me show you from this particular. Could you see this? You could see this. This is actually showing a green color that indicates that the prices are slightly closing on a higher compared to the opening, but otherwise it is almost like a doji. Doji is a neutral candle. You can see a bar here. You can also see a bar here where opening and closing is almost the same, right? So that's a doji, neutral. So if I take this particular bar, it has opened at a lower point and closed at a higher point, higher price. So it's a green, it's positive. If you take another bar, this is opening at a lower upper side and closing at a lower price. In that particular period, it is taken as a negative day or the red color bar. Okay, right. Now you could see the opening price on the higher side, closing price on the lower side is a bearish bar or a negative period price activity in that particular given security. Fine. Now that we understood how to read a particular bar, now what sort of patterns in this bar patterns can help us to understand the change in a particular trend and how we can consider taking a trade. On a given chart, if you find the bars, when you take two particular bars, consecutive bars, please remember consecutive bars, and this bar pattern forms in this particular manner, this is considered to be an inside bar. Now, what is an inside bar? Inside bar is the current bar, okay, the current bar which we are considering, whose high is lower than the previous bar high and whose lowest price of the current bar is higher than previous bar, right? So that means in conclusion, the current bar is within the range of the previous bar, immediate previous bar. This you should remember. So this is considered to be an inside bar. And inside bar is one of the very successful pattern which indicates a change in the trend going forward once it takes off the highs of these bars. Okay, I'll show you the example also. Now I'll just show you one particular example. Okay, so if you could see these two bars, okay, now you could see the red bar. I'm considering this as the current bar. If you could see the high of this bar and the low of this bar is within the range of the immediate previous bar. Okay, this immediate previous bar. Okay, so this is considered to be an inside bar pattern. Inside bar pattern. Okay, now in this inside bar pattern, one of the interesting thing you should always consider is the volume. Okay, always the inside bar has a lower volume, denotes that a neutralization of demand and supply is taking place in the current scenario. That means the stock has become neutral in the current scenario. Okay, so that's why it's called a inside bar. Okay, now once this inside bar is, one second. Just a second. Yeah. So please concentrate on these two bars. Okay. Now this particular bar, which is forming within the range of the immediate previous bar. This both put together, when you look at it, they are formed a inside bar pattern. Now, once this inside bar pattern high is taken out, we are going to consider a buy. Okay, and then my stop loss is, a stop loss will be below the low of this bar. Let us say this is 30 rupees. I bought at 30 rupees, and if the low is 28 rupees, then keep a stop loss at 28,750 or 27 rupees 80 paisa. Okay. Now, where I should book this particular trade, right? I should book the trade at high of this particular previous bar or the immediate next resistance what we can see. Now here I've taken 200 SMA, that is the 200 periods average. SMA is simple moving average. Okay, so I'll talk about moving averages during the course of the session, but when you set up this 200 SMA on the chart, right, you buy, this will form your resistance. So those who understand resistance, resistance is a point from where there can be supply of shares. So when there is a supply of shares into the market, automatically the price can come down. So that is a critical zone for a security. So since I considered that, the trend is going to get stronger here, I'm going to buy, and I assume that there can be some sort of a reaction at the next immediate resistance zone, then I'm going to exit. So what you need to do always is, when you open the spider chart, keep 200 SMA as one of the indicator on the chart when you're trying to trade. Okay, here the 200 SMA is giving me an indication of where should I book my profit. That is the first point. And the bar pattern is giving me an idea to where I need to enter and what is my stop loss. So bar pattern and the 200 SMA are coming in line for you to take a trade in a more confident manner. This should always be associated with volumes. So please understand what are the parameters we require on the chart. One is the bar chart, two is the volume chart on the bottom, and a 200 SMA on the set of the chart where the bar patterns are forming, right? So when you go to this particular spider, right, now you could see the green line is already set on my chart. So this is a 200 SMA for me. So this is a 200 periods moving average. Okay, now for your benefit, I'll just show you how to remove this 200 SMA and add the 200 SMA. Go to remove studies, select 200 SMA, remove, right? Now I want to add 200 SMA. Go to studies. You can just press S on your key button, switch this keyboard. Then average period, consider as 200. Change it to 200, and the default setting S is already there. And here you have to set it for all time frames and add it. Done. Okay. Now you want to see what are the stocks which are near to 200 SMA currently, because that can help you to find an entry point or booking your trade at that particular point. So now I'm just running a query to download all the stocks in which 200 SMA is nearby or crossing upside or crossing downside. So you could see these are the stocks: Berger Paint, NIT Tech, Muthoot Finance, right? Now I'll see whether the bar patterns are there, how to trade these stocks. Okay, so these are the current findings from the chart. So now what I will do, I'll just open Muthoot Finance. I'll open Berger Paint first. Okay, so here the 200 SMA is very far. Okay, I'll do one thing. Now I'll take stocks which have just crossed the 200 SMA. So in the condition, you set it right. I'll show you the settings. So what I will do is I will set a new condition. first select the group. So I'm selecting Nifty 500 stocks, right? So from Nifty 50, I want to find those stocks which are just crossed the 200 SMA upside now, currently. Once you set it, you can also keep it in saved form, so that you can see the save button also there. So save button will help you to save the conditions. Okay, I've already saved it, but for the benefit of everybody, I'm just doing it in front of you so that you'll know how to set all these moving averages on the chart. Yeah, I think there's a internet speed has got some issue. So this processing, let it go. So I'll get into the sessions, let it continue at the back end, these things, and later I will show you these things. You close it and then restart this application. I think there's some internet connectivity issue. Okay, we'll get into that again once the system is set. So I assume now you understood this point. So whenever you see a big bar and a small bar, the next bar, which is within the range of the previous bar, and the high crosses, you are going to buy, right? And you have to understand that this bar volume should be lower. That is, the inside bar volume should be lower. This is the first condition, right? Now I'll get into the another bar. I'll give you one more example of inside bar, but let me also make you understand another pattern. That is the outside bar. So inside bar and outside bar are just opposite to each other. Now in this particular example, you can see that the current bar which we are considering is exactly very high compared to the previous bar high, and very low compared to the previous bar low. That means it is just like, engulfing the previous bar, right? So this is a sort of an outside bar. This is sort of an outside bar. And in outside bar, please understand a couple of important points. Okay. One, where am I trying to use this outside bar? At a bottom of a particular trend, right? At a bottom of a particular trend, right? That is the first point. Second point is the right side bar, okay, is, green in color, and also the bar's length is higher than the length of the previous bar, right? So this is considered to be an outside bar. Okay. Now when this outside bar high crosses, now you take an entry here at buy, right? My stop loss will be lower than the low of this outside bar. Okay. Then what is my target? What you can do is you can immediately take the target of the previous higher bar. That can be your first target. It will simplify your trading, right? Because this is a high from where the prices have fallen, right? So this can be a definitely. So we can consider this high as the first target. Okay, so this is the outside bar. So I'm just closing the program. I'll restart that. So we'll try to connect this one for the cash and the derivative segment. So once the chart is set, the first thing what we have to do is first to set up your chart carefully. One is set up the volumes on the chart. Put the chart on the bar pattern or bar form. 3. Set the 200 periods average. These three studies on the chart will help you to identify the opportunities better. Now we can see this is in the candle form. Just press B. It will come into the bar pattern, right? Now set the 200 SMA. Since volumes are coming as a default, I need not worry about the volumes at the current stage because they are coming default. Now what I do is set my moving average to 200 SMA. Okay, so that is the simple moving average. That is 200 periods moving average in all time frames at. Okay, got it? Now the chart setting is clear. Now save the setting, save the chart template so that next time when you open, you can directly open in this particular form. So you give a name here to this particular pattern as screen 3 as bar chart. The screen is set. So whenever you open next time, it will open in this particular pattern. You just need to see where this bar pattern is forming. Okay. Now we can see the bar chart, how to freshly load this bar chart with 200 SMA and the volumes. Now you could see this is done. Now here we can see this 200 SMA. The blue line, the green line is the 200 SMA. Good. Okay. Now I'll just for your understanding, I'm taking directly from the chart so that I'm just taking a example here. So I'm just putting 200 SMA. Okay, this is 200 SMA. So it will ask you which color. Since the background is black, I can just put white, but the 200 SMA is very clearly visible. Okay, just say okay. Now you could see the green one is 200 SMA. Good. Now at 200 SMA, you could see the prices have fallen. The prices have fallen, right? And you could see this is a sort of an outside bar, right? And that is near the 200 SMA. And incidentally, the current two bars, if you consider, they are inside bars. So there is a combination of outside bar or inside bar, right? Don't worry, just prefer to go for an inside bar, right? Now, when this high is crossed, okay, I'm going to take a buy here, right? I'm going to take a buy here and keep my stop loss below this, okay, and go for the trade. The first target will be this. The first target will be this, okay, and next target will be this, okay. In this case, during the period, if the prices have gone first and came up, it would have been an opportunity to buy and my stop loss is not triggered. If the crossover, if you see the crossover, if this has happened in the second half of the day, then my stop loss has not triggered and it has moved up and hit the targets. Okay, so this is, if you consider this inside bar near the particular 200 SMA, it can reinforce the pattern better. It can reinforce the pattern better. That is what I want to show you. Okay, now I will just show you a query where the stocks have crossed 200 SMA upside just now. So I'm raising a technical query. here. So I'm going to give the condition. I'm going to give the condition, select a condition, then select the condition average, then set the parameter to 200 SMA. Okay, and on the daily chart, you can set it on the daily chart, and price move cutting upside. Okay, add. Okay, now the condition is set. Select the condition and run it. You can define the group in which you want to set this particular condition. That is that will reduce your work, because you can't take all the 5,000 or 7,000 stocks from the thing. Just select a certain group so that your analysis is processed faster by the system. So now the processing is taking place. So I want the stocks whose bars are near to the 200 SMA, right? Now I got the list. So I'm just taking the first stock. Yeah. Could you see this? Very good. Now here, I'll just zoom the chart so that it's very clear to you. Yes. Okay. Now you see the setup. Excellent setup. Now this is at 200 SMA. This is at 200 SMA. The stock is 200 SMA. Okay. Now the only thing is here, the stock, the bar here has slightly come below to the previous bar. Okay. There's a slight compromise in this particular situation, but the ideal situation would be this particular bar is within the range of this bar. Okay. I'll just show you this example once again. Okay, you can see this example. I'll zoom the chart. See this particular example. This is a bar near the 200 SMA, and this bar is within the range of the previous bar, and this pattern is near the 200 SMA. This is a very good strong pattern, right? And then when this bar highs cross, it's a buy. Okay, and just see the volumes in this particular inside bar. Just go straight vertical down. I'm just going straight vertical down. See, the volume is low. Okay, how do I say the volume is low? Lower than the previous bar volume. Okay, the previous bar is this one. Okay, the current bar is this one. Okay, so the volume in this bar, sorry, so the volume in this bar is lower than the volume in this bar, right? Now when this high is crossed, it's a buy. My stop loss is below the bar low. And what is my first target? Just take the previous bar's high, first target, and next bar's high as second target, and another bar's high as the third target. Okay. Now let me again go to the query where we have raised a query here. Let us take another example. Castrol India. Okay. Castrol India doesn't have an inside bar, because again this current bar or this bar is higher or lower than the previous bar. That means the query which it has given is not satisfying my conditions. Yeah, super. Now you can see. Okay. Now the stock is near 200 SMA. That is the first parameter. Second parameter is this particular bar is longer and the current bar is lower, right? This bar is within the range of this bar. So this is the current day price activity. Okay. And this bar, see the volume, huge, right? And the current bar, if it closes like this is the current day bar, right? If it closes like this with this particular volume, it's already about 11:45. So we have a market up to 3:30. So another 3 hours 45 minutes market is there. Yes, some volume will definitely increase here by 3:30 p.m. And if the price also remains in this particular fashion today, right? Tomorrow morning, when the price crosses this candle, or sorry, this bar high, then I'm going to take a buy. Okay, and keep my stop loss below the low and below the 200 SMA, and wait for the previous bar's high level to book my profit. Okay, just to make you understand this, I'll just put it on the text form what I'm trying to explain so that it is easy for you. So I'm just trying to explain on a current bar system, so that whatever I'm trying to explain, you're able to see it on the live chart or the current chart. So this is going to be an inside bar. If it closes like this, okay, with here 200 SMA. Okay, so this I'm going to put it here, right? So I'll just put it on the white color so that it is visible to you. So inside bar near 200 SMA with low volume. Okay, VOL means volume. Just trying to put it here. Okay. Got it? Very good. Now, here I'm just mentioning it here. Buy, buy when price crosses above inside bar. Okay. So here I'm going to buy. Just set the text again. Buy above inside bar. Okay. When price I think it's getting overlapped behind this particular sheet. I'll just try to, because I want to mention it here only. It's not taking, it's just trying to go against it. Buy when price so I can't keep it here because the matter is going outside the scale. Here it's supposed to be a bot. If the bar closes like this today, right? I'm just, for your benefit, I'm putting that screenshot on my PPT so that when you I think you will get the PPT. This PPT also can be shared, so that time you can use it for your purpose. I'm just pasting it here. Okay, that you can keep this track of this particular stock, which is escorts. Okay, just check escorts closing today and check it again how it's performing tomorrow. If it's closing the same manner today, tomorrow check it out how it is working. Okay, so that is what is inside bar. Okay, now till now I hope everything is fine. We'll go for question and answer at the later stage, but till now I hope everything is fine so that I can move forward with outside bar and 2 bar reversal. Can anyone answer? Is it fine? Nitish, can you just check everything is fine so that I can move forward with the next point?
Yeah, everything is fine.
Yes. Okay. So now we're going for that is the outside bar. Okay. Now again, let me see from the query, can I get any stock which is having outside bar? Okay. So Rain Industries is also at 200 SMA, but still the bar is not properly either a outside bar or a 2 bar reversal or an inside bar. It's not very clear. Okay. So I'm skipping this, going to the next stock. Here actually, if you see this particular bar, okay, this not exactly, the current bar is not exactly considered to be the outside to this particular bar, so I'll be ignoring this particular pattern in the current scenario. Fine, that's it. As of now, this is the query. Now I'll just try to see a query with a stock on an hourly chart. Hourly chart is a live chart, right? Because currently the market is open. I'll set a query for a stock which is crossing upwards of 200 SMA in the hourly chart now. So this will give you a good understanding. We can also set up a 15-minute or a 30-minute. Okay, just I'm trying to put it on a 30-minute. So now I'm setting a condition. This is helpful for those who are doing intraday trading or very short-term trading or a very intraday trading, right? For you people, it is useful. What I'm doing is I'm setting a 200 SMA. Yeah. Okay. You can set a downward. Here you can set a downward 200 SMA with a crossing downwards. We saw for the upward now. Now we'll try to see the downward. So I am setting on a 30-minute chart. Only downward. Try to set only the downward. We are trying to set only the on an intraday chart. Now select the group. Again set Nifty 500 group. So what are we trying to do? We are trying to identify on a 30-minute chart which is the stock which is crossing 200 SMA downside. See this all cargo. Okay, it is crossing the 200 SMA downside. Okay, these dotted line just ignore. This dotted line just ignore. Okay, so this red line is the 200 SMA. Now if you see, all cargo is crossing below the 200 SMA, right? But there is no clear cut inside bar or outside bar pattern here. Okay, inside bar outside pattern is not there. Okay, now so we skipping this stock. So let's take Axis Bank. Yeah, Axis Bank is little clear. One is, if you see the real fall in the Axis Bank, if you carefully observe, this bar and this bar, if you see, this bar has just crossed this low side of the bar, but it is neither a inside bar nor a clear outside bar. So I'm ignoring this chart also. There is no inside bar or outside bar in this particular case. Let me take little more interesting stock, SBI Life. Okay, SBI Life is also crossing 200 SMA. Okay, so here also inside bar clarity is not there. So we need to work like this and see which is the stock which can give us the best entry as per the inside bar discussion what we are doing. Here also we do not have a perfect inside bar thing. So now I'm setting a parameters of 200 SMA and the bar pattern with volume. Okay, now that it's already almost 12 p.m. now, the market is cooling down, but as of now I've not received or I've not got any example in which the stocks at 200 SMA and volumes are sitting, but I do not have a example where a inside bar is breaking or outside bar is breaking. That sort of example in the current what do you call shortlisted stocks is not currently visible. So I'll continue to find such opportunities in the market. I'm making it so more live chart so that you see the chart in live and see the performance of the pattern what we are doing, so that you get that confidence and courage, and also the process how you can set the charts on Spider and at the same time find the opportunities in the live market. And I'm told those who are having India Infoline account, you can also directly place a buy sell order from the chart itself. Okay, it's again internet speed is trying to distract the thing. So we'll try to close this and again go for our next pattern and then come back this by the time the processing will be completed. So as we do this, these conditions what we are trying to set, you need to be very clear. Okay, 200 SMA, volume and the bar chart. Okay, and in that inside bar. So I'm restarting this application so that the processing is better. So I'll just stick to the cash market as of now. You can also from the query, if you are not able to identify any pattern matching our conditions, what you can also do is look at all those stocks which had news yesterday, because all the stocks in which news is there yesterday, they would have made big move yesterday. Today, definitely they will take a breather. That is, they will take a break. In the process, you can see a sort of an inside bar. Okay. Outside bar can be an issue like, today is the monetary policy announcement, right? So what happens is yesterday it would have been silent. So today it will be trying to break the high of the previous day. So that can be like a monetary policy announcement, what is coming today. So today is the day where you may get more of a outside bars, okay, or a 2 bar reversals. That is also possible today because of the monetary policy announcement that was being taken up today. Okay, I think monetary policy announcement is just done. MPC surprises, that is the Monetary Policy Committee surprises with status quo on rates despite growth slump. So there is already the announcement that has been completed just now. This is one of the reasons why you could see the big moves on the bars, right? So there would have been a good but yeah, let us see upward right now on a 30-minute chart, because the announcement is there. Announcement has been completed. So we are selecting the group, going for NSE 500, yeah, and then removing the field conditions and relations and going on a live chart and running the query. So we are going to see a stocks in which these things are going to be visible. So the query is still running the process. So this will help you to do it. Let the processing goes on. In the meanwhile, let me try to work on the other patterns. Okay. Now, let me show you 2 bar reversal. Okay. So first is, I'm sure the insert bar pattern is now clear to everyone. I'm going to a 2 bar reversal. Okay, I'll go to this 2 bar reversal. In 2 bar reversal, if you could see, there are two conditions again. One is I'm identifying the 2 bars at the bottom after a particular correction. When the prices have fallen, and those prices when have fallen to a 200 SMA, at that juncture, at that scenario, I'm identifying these 2 bars. And in 2 bar reversal, if you see this pattern of the bars, it's very, very clear, just opposite to each other. What is that relation? If you see in this particular lowest bar, it has opened at a higher point, okay, and closed at a lower point. Whereas another bar, it opened at a lower point and closed at a higher point. And all this price activity, which is inversely related, are taking place near a 200 SMA, right? This is a 2 bar. Okay, when this bar highs, these 2 bars highs, and here in these 2 bars, if you could see, the length of the bars are same, the length of the bars are same, and the high of these bars are taken out, then I'm going to consider a buy. Okay, and I'll keep the stop loss below this low and look for higher levels target equal to the previous bar highs. This is how I can consider taking a 2 bar reversals. Okay, so in 2 bar reversal, these things are very important for your understanding. I can just put the clarity on this 2 bar reversal. Okay, it needs to be considered when stock price has okay, this correction stops at 200 SMA. Now 200 periods average. It can be a 30-minute chart, it can be a 15-minute chart, it can be a 60-minute chart, doesn't matter. Even a daily chart or a weekly chart, doesn't matter. The point is it is a 200 periods average. Okay, and first bar, okay, opens at high of the price range and closes at low of the price range. Second bar, okay, opens at low of the price range, closes at high of the price range. Okay? And interestingly, two bars overall price range is almost same. Okay, if the second bar has a better volume, more good. Okay, it's not necessary as per the pattern volume should be good, but if it is there, it is better. Second is how to trade. What is the trade? Buy when price crosses the second bar high. Okay, and stop loss below the second. Now, what is the target? Target is high of any previous the last few days. I'm just making it more simpler because about 200 SMA you will not have a resistance zone with respect to the moving average. If you have any other parameter you can consider in this particular scenario. Okay, I hope this is okay. So I've given you an example where you could see this is an example you can observe in Spark. This is a Spark example. This I've taken it yesterday evening. So if today it has crossed this particular high, I'm going to buy, but I keep stop loss below this. And my target will be like previous bar high. That is, this one, which is around 162, 163. So your entry will be somewhere around 159. Okay. And exit will be somewhere around 163 as a first target, and 167 as the second target, and 170 as the third target, and 175 as the fourth target. Okay, so this is how you can take the 2-bar reversal. Okay, this is the same example of Spark. Okay, now this is the another example. Here you can see this. I want to explain carefully. See the system here, same. One is the stock has corrected. Always try to identify the patterns in which the stocks have corrected. Okay, now the stock has corrected. Now the stock is near 200 SMA. The red line, the red and green line, what you see here is the 200 SMA. And here, please see this, observe this particular chart. Okay, this bar is smaller. The current bar is longer. Okay, and this I'm taking as an outside bar. Actually this bar should be slightly lower than this bar. Okay, but still I can take it as outside bar. Okay, and or a 1-bar reversal also possible. Now this outside bar is longer in nature, right? And you could see it's opening at a lower point and closing at a higher point. This itself is a strong bar, and with this the volume is also good. It's a very clear indication of a bullish demand for this particular security. Now, when the high of this bar crosses, it's an opportunity for me to buy. That is somewhere around 172, 173. My stop loss will be below 157 or 156. and my targets will be to take the thing here 174, 175, next is around 176, and then 177, like that you can take the targets. So this you can take it as an outside bar. Okay, even here if you could see here, this is a more clear outside bar, because what is an outside bar? The bar whose low is lower than the previous bar, whose high is higher than the previous bar. Okay, and when the high of this crosses, just buy. Okay, and my stop loss will be below this bar. Okay, my first target will be the previous bar high. So you could see almost it has touched the previous bar high. The second target will be another bars. Okay, so that's how we can consider taking this particular trade. This is the outside bar. Yeah, so let me see if I'm able to run the query. Still not doing it. Let me close the query. Okay, I'll restart the application. Going for the cash market. Let's take a small group, Nifty 50. Let us see if I am able to get it in that particular group. Nifty and okay, 500. Let's try 500. Let's take a okay. We'll just put it for processing. Now Nifty 50, Bank Nifty, more momentum stocks. Okay, Nifty 50, Nifty, Bank Nifty, and news-based stocks. Recently, there are a lot of news about telecom sectors, right? And some news about housing finance companies, some news about mergers, acquisitions, and IPOs. Now, you have seen Ujjivan small bank IPO closed yesterday. In the last three days, the parent company, Ujjivan Finance, has been in a very good momentum. These category of stocks are very essential for our analysis or opportunities, because wherever there is an action, wherever there is a sentiment or momentum in such stocks, such applications can be very successful, and you may get more opportunities in such stocks. So selection of the stocks in that method can be very interesting for day-to-day traders also. Okay. Once the chart sets in, I will also show on the Nifty also, where the inside bars are there and how the stocks have performed even without using the 200 SMA, and with using 200 SMA also I will show you. So right now we'll just close the application and restart this one again. Okay, we'll do one thing. Right now, let me go to the query on the yes. Yes. So we'll just check the price watch list. From there, we'll go to the chart. Now, before going to that, we can see in this particular Nifty spot. This is a Nifty spot chart. Please see this bottom. Okay. See the, I'll just zoom it a little more so that it is more visible to you. Now, here you can see this bar range is within this bar range, right? And this is at the bottom. Now this high crossed, I'm going to buy, right? And I keep my stop loss here. So my first target is the 200 SMA. This is my first target. It has done, right? It has gone further. So that means the previous bar highs can be my further targets, right? This is the first point. Now, please see this. This is also an inside bar, right? The inside bar high is crossed. I'm buying here, my stop loss here. Now the difference between this pattern and this pattern is that there is no 200 SMA or anything here, but still the stock has performed better, right? This is how one can identify. Now see this example. This is an interesting example. Now the stock has gone up. See this bar. This is 30-minute chart. This happened in the last 30-40 minutes. Okay, you could see this is an inside bar. Inside bar. See the range of this bar. Okay, this is somewhere around when we started the session, right? This is somewhere you could see at 12 o'clock the announcement came. I just told you whenever there is an announcement, there can be one day before or one period before, there can be sort of a silence. Later there can be some great move once the announcement takes place. So there has been an inside bar. Okay, The range of this bar is within the range of the immediate previous bar. Good. Now the low of this is broken here, and this inside bar I'm observing on the top of the trend. You could see the trend here. This is the top of the trend, and the low is broken. So I'm shorting here, keeping my stop loss above this. My first target, this is my first target, which is this. Second target, this. Third target, this. Fourth target, this. And fifth target, this. And sixth target is 200 SMA. So almost this bottom, okay, and the 200 SMA is almost matching. Okay, when I buy here, 200 SMA is high, I take this as the final target or the immediate final target, right? When I short, I take this as the immediate final target. Okay, so when the stock is above 200 SMA and forming an inside bar on the top, this is a downside target. When the stock is below 200 SMA and an inside bar is forming, I buy here, 200 SMA becomes my immediate target. Okay, you could see the 30-minute chart. This is 30-minute chart. This is yesterday's price action and today's price action. And you could see there are two examples I could find where the inside bar has given some good opportunities to take the trade. Now that we could find in Nifty, you can also find in most of the Nifty 50 stocks and also Bank Nifty. That also you can check. Okay, now I'll go for the short side. Again, the same thing I could show you on the what do you call the 30-minute chart of Nifty. Now I'm showing you Adani Ports. This is a daily chart. Okay, you could see here daily. Now the stock is below 200 SMA. Just ignore the white line. The green and red is the 200 SMA. Good. Now from here the stock went up. Good. Okay, and exactly at 200 SMA, you could see this particular bar, which is whose range is within the range of the previous bar, right? Within the range of the previous bar. Very good. Now the low is broken, and this scenario is happening when the stock is reacting from 200 SMA. So 200 SMA and inside bar pattern combination with volumes. Okay, three combinations. Please remember, inside bar, 200 SMA, volume. So the low is breaking, short. Stop loss is above this. What is the target? This is below this white line is my sell because the low is almost here. So 1 rupee below I'm shorting, which is around 374.73. Okay, the white line you could see here. What is my first target? 1. Okay. What is my second target? 2. What is my third target? 3. Okay, this is a pattern where you are seeing 200 SMA as a base for applying the bar patterns. So combination of these three will give you better signals and better opportunities to take the trade. Okay. Now I'm going to the price watch of certain stocks from a Nifty group. So now what I'm doing is I'm just taking the banking sector stocks, which generally will be in limelight today because of the monetary policy. So from the list, what I do is I directly open, okay, SBI, because SBI is the first stock which can react because of the monetary policy. Okay, so as per the monetary policy here, let us see today morning. You could see the, so this is a 30-minute chart. Okay, in the first hour, see the wide bar, so very wide movement bar, and we could see an inside bar, and you could see the inside bar volume is lower than this bar, and this is a 30-minute chart. Okay, you could see I've selected 30-minute chart. This low is broken, right? I've shorted here. What is my stop loss? Above the inside bar high, right? Now what is my first target? This. What is my second target? This. What is my third target? This. What is my fourth target? This. Okay, you could see we came almost up to three chances, three targets. Now, even if I missed shorting this, I would recommend going for this one, because this inside bar is forming. Don't worry about the color of the bar. Okay, if your people are having any doubts, uh, see what you find in books. What I'm trying to tell you, there can be slight variation. Those who know about bars or those who have read about bars, don't worry, because even if you follow the best of the best conditions, they do not work. Okay, what works is the underlying price action, which we can take it on a practical basis. Okay, now this bar, whether it is a green bar, red bar, don't worry. Okay, it's a small bar having a lower range compared to the previous. Even if this is my best entry actually. Okay, but still I missed this entry. You have another entry. Can you see this? This bar range is within the range of this bar, and this is almost near the top, and this low is broken. So I took a short here, sell. My stop loss is here. So what is my target? First target, which is the previous bar low. Second target, okay. Third target, okay. And I think spider also has pivots. You can take pivots also as your targets. Okay, you can see these lines. Those also you can take it as a targets also, because they are already predefined on the chart, like S1 pivot, all those things. So that can be more easy for you to take a target, because by the time you see this low, what is the price, it will take time. So you can use think the idea of using the application is to simplify your analysis, speed up your analysis, and get into execution mode better and faster, and fix your targets and execute also faster. Because those who are doing intraday and short-term trading, you do not have time to think. Hardly you could take a second to decide. But when all the things are set up on your chart, it becomes easy for you to take the trade, entry and exit faster. Okay, so better that you follow all these things when you keep these charts on the setup as a setup, so that it is easy for you to do. I've already shown you how to do the setup on the chart using moving averages, volumes, bars, and set the template, so that your trading becomes easy. Now please see this, the current candle, the current bar, this is forming like an inside bar. Okay, at 12:30, this is right now 12:28, right? At 12:30 this bar will complete now, because this is a 30-minute chart. Okay, now once this bar closes, okay, and next bar, that is after 12:30, if the bar starts crossing this high, it's going to be a buy for me, and keep my stop loss below this low. Okay, what will be my first target? The pivot. Okay, once the pivot target is achieved, what you need to do, you are looking for the second target, then you keep stop loss to the entry point. Okay, and once the second target is achieved, you want to go for the third target, then shift your stop loss to the first target below. Okay, so this is one you should trade, because intraday expecting a big move after all the announcements are done is like difficult, because already the stock has moved 344 to 335, which is almost 9 rupees, right? 344 to 335, it's almost 9 rupees, which is almost 3%. 3% is a bigger move, right? So expecting another 2%, 3% is like too much. And the announcement which has come just now on the monetary policy is status quo. That is, they have not reduced the interest rate, not increased the interest rate. It is a neutral, right? So neutral meaning there is no major momentum or strength, that is positive strength given to the market. Okay, so in that scenario, expecting a bigger upside move today may not be feasible. So that is the logical part. So I can't expect a bigger move immediately on the upside. So take a smaller targets because already half of the day is completed and the announcements are also is over, and being a settlement day today, okay, it's better to book for small moves and then uh, exit faster. Okay, so now the bar will complete and then go to the next bar. Okay, in the meanwhile, we'll check some more charts. We'll come back to this again. See the HDFC Bank, the same thing is happening here. So this is sort of an inside bar. This is sort of a inside bar. Most of the charts after the announcements, they are going for an inside bar pattern. You can see the, let's see the ICICI Bank. You can see the ICICI Bank also. This bar was a inside bar compared to the previous bar range. Okay, and please see the volume low. Okay, and this low is broken. This is the short, and this is my stop loss. Okay, so for the benefit of everybody, what I can do is I can just, as a 2 bar reversal, uh, I can just for your benefit I can just write the conditions, though I've shown you the example. Inside bar, okay, the range I'll put as the price range. The current bar is more smaller in range. Current bar also have less volume. When the current bar high crosses, it's a buy. Stop loss plus below the inside or current bar. Okay. Targets as per next pivot levels, because it is predefined on your spider chart, or the high of immediate recent bars. This can be your conditions for inside bar. I'm just saving it here. Okay. So the same thing will be applicable for a, what do you call, uh, 2 bar reversal or outside bar also. Okay, you can see most of the bars which are forming are inside bars only. All are inside bars. Okay, now I'll just try to put it on a 15-minute chart. Okay, 15-minute chart. So let me take Axis Bank. So here you could see this is the inside bar with the low volume. Okay, and this is a wide range bar with a high volume. So when the low is taken out, I shorted here. My stop loss is above this. What is my first target? This one. It's done. First target is done. Now I'm waiting for the second target. Then what I do? I keep my stop loss from here to my entry point. I'm showing it in 15 minutes because it will be easy for you to identify and appreciate the performance of the stock. So here also same. This was an inside bar. Okay. Now the low is broken. Short. This low is my first target or even the pivot. So let me take Axis Bank, Kotak Bank. Kotak Bank, this is the inside bar. Okay. This is the support. Okay. Now this low is broken. I shorted. This is my first target. This is my second target. SBI. All are hitting the first target. So most of the stocks have completed their move for the day. You can see all the Bank of Baroda moves are taking place exactly at the 200 SMA zones. IndusInd Bank also has done a big move. You could see the inside bar here. The low is broken. Okay, short. Stop loss is here. The first target is the pivot. Next target is this one. And the inside bar volume is also low. Okay, so this is one of the very interesting candlestick bar pattern, which is giving better signals and better results near 200 SMA, near the bottom or near the top. So all these setups can be very useful for all of you to take the trade. Okay, what I will do is I'll just run the setup once again, how to set the parameters and how to set the query daily chart, that is the end of day chart, and on the live chart. So I'm closing everything on the what is this your spider, and I'm starting fresh, and step by step I'm going to show you how to do it, all the setup. So we are starting fresh to do the setup carefully, which you can follow on your spider and make the setup as one of the setups. You would have been following some other setups already, doesn't matter. This setup, you take it as a screen 4 or screen 5. So first I'm going for the NSE cash market. All these things I suggest you complete when the market is in the pre-market mode itself, so that your chart is ready. You're planning your intraday trading or short-term trading, it is better before the market starts, you set up all the systems by 9:10 so that you're ready with the analysis. You can also use yesterday's 15-minute bar or 30-minute bar closing also to identify any pattern. It can also give a trade or opportunity at the opening also. Fresh, we are starting everything fresh. So I'm taking a normal chart, any chart of index or any individual stock. Okay, now the chart is open. Okay, now we are in the bar pattern. Now what to do? Set up the bar, press B, then set up 200 SMA, that is the studies, press S, it goes to studies, select average, set the parameter as 200, uh, set the all time frames, and now all the setups are ready. Okay, now save the template, save the screen. Next time when you open, it can open in this screen, or you can directly select the screen in which you want to open. So give a name to that. Okay, now run the query. Now first run on the EOD chart. Go to the query. Okay, technical query. Stocks in which the 200 SMA crossed upside, stocks in which 200 SMA crossed downside. Okay, since it is already there, I'm just running the query. Okay, remove the failed conditions, select the group in which you want to set. Nifty 500. Okay, run historical. Okay, when you want to run live, you can run the live. Now you can see the charts are ready. Then open the chart, check out the bars, what patterns are forming. Okay, it's not suitable, go for another one. Not suitable, go for another one. Not suitable. Okay, I think we have to change the query because crossing upside is not clear on the example. In the studies, go for the studies, 200 price cutting average upward. Yes, yeah. Okay, same examples are now coming. So it is not near 200 SMA, so I am not taking it. I am not considering it. I'm waiting for this thing to happen. Similarly, you can run on a 30-minute chart or a 60-minute chart or 1 hour chart. Wherever the setup is clear, you can look at it. Okay. Hmm. So this is what I wanted to explain about inside bar, outside bar, 2 bar reversal. Okay. So now I would request anyone having any doubts or any clarifications to be clarified, you can just let me know. We can spend another 15-20 minutes. Yeah.
If anybody has any questions, any doubt, this is the time to ask. Any queries? I repeat again, if anyone has any queries or any doubts regarding today's session or whatever Mr. Vinod ji has taught us, so this is the right time to ask. Please raise your questions. Okay. Looks like none of us has any queries until now. Everyone is understood. Vinodji, you can continue.
Yeah. So this presentation, what is there? This you can share it to them, whoever have attended, so that it can be a good reference for them. So all this outside bar, inside bar, entry points, stop loss, targets, two bar reversals. With all these examples, you can keep them as your reference point, and accordingly you can trade. Okay, so you can learn all these applications on the spider. Whatever doubts you can have, you can also talk to us, and trade right. That is the first thing. As a trader, we need to understand we have to trade right. We can't assume 100% every trade will go right, but try to consider all the parameters in the right spirit and then take the trade. If the stop loss hits, just get out. And please understand, any strategy is not always right every time. So there will be some drawbacks or some failures, so be prepared for all those things. Okay, so thank you everybody, happy trading.
Thank you, Vinodji. It was a great session and it was great to have you on our platform. And thank you, viewers. I hope you enjoyed this session. And if you guys are looking for the recording of the session, this recording will be available on YouTube in a couple of weeks, along with the PPT, which Mr. Vinodji has created with a lot of efforts. So please be patient and thank you very much for attending the webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank for giving me an opportunity. It was a great experience for me. I could share all my findings. I hope it will be very helpful for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.